Hi, Leo. Hello. Welcome to your reading. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello, my friends. Sorry about the lighting. I actually bought a little ring light, but it's out already, so didn't serve us today. It's a little bit dark. Sorry about that. Hopefully, it'll improve in the next reading. Okay, just so you know, this is for personal and spiritual growth. If you're new here to this channel, please subscribe if you feel so inclined, and you can also hit the bell so you're notified whenever I publish new content. Um, there's also an incantation that will be attached to your extended reading over on Patreon if you're interested. Everything down below, all the links down below. We also have a 20% discount right now on private readings and coaching calls, and there's also a crystal charging that is new. If you want to go over to the community tab, everything is explained there, or you can shoot me an email at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. All right, Leo, let's hop in because I received channeling for you, and some of you may have heard in younger years a lot "man up" and or something along those lines, where it's just like you're pushing yourself very hard, or you were made to push yourself very hard. And right now it's like, woman up, Leo. That's like the new code, the new message here, meaning, um, bringing in more softness, right? Bringing in those feminine energies, patience, kindness, love towards self. And that may be a topic that is pushing itself, or there may be a topic that is pushing itself forward into your view, Leo, and that may feel uncomfortable. It is begging to be seen, is what I got, to receive attention. It's much like, how a child really wants attention. They're demanding it because they're in need of it. It's not just food or, the usual stuff, how you take care of a child. It's also you bathe them. It's a lot more. They also need emotional food. They need soul food, right? And that's what that is. Like a part of yourself wants that. They're begging to be seen, and they want to receive your attention. You're no longer who you used to be. You need to be aware of this going into that situation, and that chapter is over and done. Now you are lovingly guided. Oh, sorry. Now we are lovingly guiding you forward into the unknown. That's what they said, okay? And that was interesting, because it very much fits in with the card that I drew for you from the Lightworker Oracle. It says Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency, number 32. And that one is all about flow. It's all about the feminine energies, as you will hear in a second. It's no longer, pushing through without, going over your own boundaries and such things. I'm actually going to put that down. I didn't realize it was in the picture so much. It is time your life became easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it meant to be, as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead to the best results. The law of efficiency encourages us to work smarter rather than working harder. It is like learning to allow a wave to carry you to shore rather than swimming the entire way with your own efforts alone, or even against the current, which would make your journey even harder. It is like planting a seed at the right time, so nature will help it bloom in the spring rather than planting it during the dead of winter when it takes a lot of effort to keep it alive. And this is so interesting. And even then, it may not survive. This is so interesting because I just watched that process and what happens when you plant something too soon, because it really requires so much effort. And then there's a chance that it may not even, survive. But when you plant it at the right time, like right before rain season, for example, it'll grow like nothing else. And it's almost like you don't even have to water it. You don't even have to, sometimes pet it a little bit for love's sake. But other than that, they're good, right? So this is listening to spirit, having faith, and stepping away from the masculine energies, like I said, Leo, and stepping more into the feminine energies to be carried now, because those are the ones that are beneficial for you right now. This is the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace at work. To hitch your wagon to the universe in this way, you need to learn to listen. This means tuning into what feels right or wrong at any given time. Sometimes you will want to push forward, yet your intuitive knowing will guide you to rest. Sometimes you will want to hide from a challenge, and yet know in your bones it is time to step up and shine with boldness, despite the fear you may feel. This is why they came through in the channeling with that you're no longer who you used to be and that you're completely up for the challenge, right? If there's something that is wanting to come into your awareness that may feel kind of uncomfortable. The universe has a sense of natural flow, cycles, and timing that assures us that it supports every dream we dare to dream and that every one can come to fruition in due course. It may not look exactly as you expect, but if you have set it in motion with desire and intention, karmic law will ensure that it finds expression. For this to happen in the most loving, graceful, and easy way, you must learn to hear, feel, and sense the currents of life and work with them rather than push against them. This is about common sense, allowing yourself to be helped, not making things more difficult for yourself than they need to be. Okay, this is good. They're saying there's an invocation that I will post for you over on Patreon. If you're interested, like I said, everything down below. And also, if you just want the invocation like that, you can email me at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. Please mention the reading and mention the card, Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency, and I'll know what to send you. Okay? So that's that. We'll hop into the tarot, my dear Leos. Oh my God. Yeah. Of course you would show up in your own reading. So we have the Strength card here. And this is mind over matter, really. And this, I feel, is the old you, though, or the way you used to handle things. But this has come to a point where it's almost like you've hit that point and you went further than this point, right? You went to the mastery, you mastered mind over matter, but then at some stage it may started to have not worked so well for you anymore, which is why you need to switch lanes right now. They're asking this of you. This is why they're lovingly pushing you forward, Leo. And you may have been a little bit confused about this because you were like, okay, I just started to figure it out. Why are we switching like direction now? Why are we using a different technique now? Well, because you've mastered it. And from my understanding, you have a lot on your plate, my dear Leos, that you vouched or that you wanted to do this lifetime. And so it's just like, okay, you got the one thing, let's move on to the next. And you're just like, what on earth? I just figured it out, or I just started to figure it out. Why do I have to switch now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Three of Wands. So Spirit is helping you here in your endeavors. This is why, because the next thing that you're onto here, the next lesson or the next learning experience that you're onto here requires for you to have other skills as well, not just the pushing aspect, not just the masculine aspect, which you seem to have mastered. Like you can push yourself like nobody else. But you're good now. You need to move on to the other thing because, first of all, your life can be a lot more easy and a lot less pushy. And also, sorry, my nose is extremely itchy right now. I used to have that in the beginning when I used to channel. Like, it doesn't happen so much anymore, but maybe you may be like getting itchy noses a lot. Or you may be coming into channeling and receiving like higher guidance. And there's a lot of insects on me right now. I'm just like, what the hell? Go away. So this may be bugging you, right? And it doesn't leave you alone until you start to step into the new. And then Spirit is there immediately to give you this reward, as to say, or to give you this wand here. See? Like you're just building the 1 and 2, and Spirit is immediately there. There you go. There you go, Leo. This is what you've been missing. This is what you've been longing for. And here you go. Like we make it easy for you. In the sense of you just take 2 steps, 1 or 2 steps, and then we're right there. We're helping you, right? You don't have to build the whole damn house by yourself. Like we're here to make sure that it's a solid structure and that is something that will stand the test of time. You have the close here. Yeah, something is coming to an end. It's just like this is death, also Scorpio energies. So you may have in the past been dealing with a Scorpio indeed, or you may have strong Scorpio in your chart as well. This is about shadow work and how, yeah, how that wants to be acknowledged right now, much like we said in the channeling already. And we have that child pointing at that Leo and see, wow, look at me, look at how I've done. It's really interesting. Over those two cards, that child is pointing at that Leo, like, look at myself, like, look at who I have become. Isn't that impressive? This is like amazing. And yes, it really is. Like, you accomplished a lot in this lifetime, and you will accomplish even more here, Leo. A lot more, because this is what you set forth. It's like interesting, but it's going to be different. It's going to feel different to you. Okay, I just want to say that if this has felt hard, it was meant to kind of feel hard. But now is again stepping into those flowier feminine energies. That's what's going to serve you best, and that's what it's going to look like for you from now on here, Leo, at least for right now, for what is asked for you right now, to receive that divine guidance and to follow it and to really like go with the flow here. Go with the flow. And again, tap into those emotional waters here with the close. King of Rods. This is someone else, actually, someone that's offering strong commitment. It could also be or have been a father figure or a father figure that you may have wanted. Need another card. Thanks. Wow. Page of Wands. So first of all, this is of course a huge growth process because we're going from the page or from the king to the page, but rather the other way around, right? So the growth process here is indicated when it comes to, taking action, because we also have the Three of Rods here. So you're really learning something, you're really growing, and you wouldn't, maybe earlier in life, you were seen as like the mother or father of a lot of other people, someone to turn to because you were able to, soothe everyone, you were able to, um, help them with their problems. You're not at that stage where you no longer would do that. Not because you've become unkind. It's quite the opposite. You've become more kind and more compassionate towards yourself, because you're no longer just giving out. You're no longer giving out handouts. That's what I'm seeing here with this. It's interesting. You're still there, but you're also very aware that everyone has their lesson and that you can't carry like the whole thing for everyone, and you don't no longer want that either. So there's a huge growth process that happened in your life. You may have had to cut off a couple of people, and it may have also been interesting to watch the moment you set boundaries, Leo, how people are starting to, what's happening, like I don't know you anymore, or like this is not, it didn't suit their agenda, yet here you were like drawing boundaries, and you were just like really, you meant it to. It wasn't just, oh yeah, let me here like draw like a dotted line. No, it was a full stroke line. It was like, that's my boundary, you're not crossing it. And oh, good on you, Leo, good on you. And this may also denote to someone reaching out, someone wanting a stable commitment, someone longing to be like in a stable commitment. No, no more tarot. Interesting. No, no, yes. Okay. We're going to draw more. It's interesting because, of course, you would want to draw more cards on that person because that's interesting, right? We would want to know. No, but however, they're saying no. No tarot. So maybe we'll get an answer from the angels and ancestors here for you. Let's have a look, Leo. Let's see. What else? Thank you. Oh my God. Wow, Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Quite something, hey. That one goes right here. That's the feminine energy. That is the feminine energy. There's, if you know the story of Oshun, like the African goddess, like how she wasn't appreciated for who she is. Watch her now. Like, look at her now. Look at her now. Like, the moment she withdrew herself, like, everything dried up. Everything was no longer as good because you're like the ray of sun, Leo. Like, make no mistake about that. You're like the ray of sun. You're like shining your light upon everyone. You may have even been called the sun. You are radiating like the sun, or you are the sun. And so people started to make amends to that African goddess, to Oshun, because like things didn't work anymore. Like that feminine energy wasn't there anymore. Things were starting to crumble. And so they were making her offerings and stuff like that. Which could that message be? It could be an apology that is coming your way. Um, so Oshun, after some time, decided to come back and to bring back her light, to bring back her feminine energy, the fertility to the land. It's interesting now the sun's coming through, although everything else is kind of dark and gray, but now the sun is shining in your reading, Leo. And so this is very strongly denoting to, first of all, your own shift within yourself and honoring that feminine energy. Is gorgeous, that light, right? Honoring that feminine energy within yourself, and with that, that message may be coming in of that other person that once didn't understand why you were drawing your boundaries so harshly. In parentheses, you weren't drawing them harshly. um, I just received another message, I'll get to that in a second. But you honoring yourself and your own feminine energy allows your environment to honor yourself and your beautiful feminine presence, right? And again, this is not gender specific, this is the energies. And what they now drew my eye to, and also earlier, was the infinity symbol. So here, right there, and right there around her eyes. So you have got some type of a vision, or you may be receiving visions. This is the one thing. And also, through time and space, this is also healing ability throughout time and space here, and you do have that. Like, you earned it, and you do have it. Like, be aware of it, because you're healing not just yourself, but you're healing like through the timelines. Also, time and space may not be as important to you anymore. It's just like you see it for what it is, really. Like, there's a huge thing that's coming into your awareness here when it comes to that. It must be interesting when, timelines collapse, and what stands then is the truth, your truth. Very interesting. When timelines collapse, you stand there with your own truth. I love that. More? No, that's it. So, Leo, we're going to take this over to the extended and pull more cards. Like I said, all the private healing readings and the higher guidance coaching calls are 20% off. If you would like to book, just shoot me an email. All the details down below. And the charging of the crystals, which is very beautiful. You find it in the community tab, like everything is explained, or over on Instagram if you want to. It works really quite well if you need an extra boost, if you need a channeled intention for you, for your jewelry or your crystal, that you can be reminded of, because this is, like I said, is very beneficial. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Just look over at the community section if you're interested. It's $40 and see how you go with that. Okay, my friends, I hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. Sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I'll either see you over on Patreon or next time. Bye, guys.